Also, one of my also my top directors also that I like, Christopher Nolan. I actually like him.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't. In some ways, I like him more. I think James Cameron, even though James Cameron, he's got a, he's the goat.
Oh yeah, he's
He's the
imprinted
goat.
in the game, but Nolan's just a lot more just
Intellectual. It's just he's just
yeah,
that intellect piece is just, oh my god, drives me insane.
his movies are more even. They're just more. They hit you like with a lot of. It's hard to explain. Like
They're
he has a
brain
very
twisters. They're brain
yeah.
twisters.
There's a lot of plot twists for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
He brings the plot twist to a whole nother level. Like wow,
yeah.
you know.
And it's the reason why I like M.night. And I don't know why people have a problem with him. I've been in clubhouse rooms, and I've been in clubhouse rooms talking about M.night. People are in the back comments talking crap about me. Oh, what is this guy? M.night. M.night sucks. I don't get it. Then it's funny.
Really?
They'll say M.night sucks, and then I'll say, well, I don't know how people say M.night sucks. He made great movies like The Sixth Sense, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, I like The Sixth Sense. Yeah, I like The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest movies.
So you like The Sixth Sense? Well, but you don't like him as a director? Come on.
Yeah, come on. How does these two go hand in hand?
Yeah. Come on, Mr. Glass. Let's stop it. Unbreakable, Split. Let's stop. Stop it. Stop. But
yeah, those are years apart too.
yeah, but for some reason nowadays, I think people don't like to be confused in movies because of it. Remember, we just segued into movies due to attention spans, and I think
That's true.
in those movies he plays with your mind. He plays with your head.
I can see that because there's a lot of movies that don't have really good plots. It's just a lot of like the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, not is there more like a lot of people love movies like that where it's more like there's more action than there is more
plot
of a storyline.
Then yeah,
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
I can deal with that. That's okay, like for Fast and the Furious type movies. But I can enjoy a movie with more plot than trying to distract me with big bangs and explosions and stuff like that. Like I love action movies, James Bond and all that.
yeah.
But if you're gonna do action and explosions and shit, you gotta do like Equalizer or something. I need something more cognitive.
Like the John Wicks.
Even John Wick, even though their the storyline is getting a lot of weak, maybe it's gonna pick back up in the next John Wick. The
that
storyline
third one was just ridiculous.
it's just too much.
The whole third.
Yeah, it's like
all right.
It's no storyline. He's just running the whole video.
Yeah, just get to the let's get to the point, man. Like, yeah, but yeah, you're right. Like, we don't need fillers. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I like old movies. Like, when you watch some of the old movies, some of the black and grays, like because they didn't have all these extra theatrical, and the CGIs.
Yeah,
It's like you had to have acting. Like you could almost tell like there's like better acting in a sense in some like older movies that still hold supreme today, like The Godfather.
yes,
That
yes.
movie's probably in any ranking movie. What do you call people that rank like the Rotten Tomatoes and
Yes.
the movie database? Like all those sites, they all have that like top 5 period of all time. Like I haven't seen too many actually rankings where it's not top 5.
Yes.
So that
Yeah.
says a lot about a movie that was made back in the 70s.
Yes. I believe so.
Yeah. But it's good to ever just now and then just watch just go onto those sites and just look at the top 20 and just try to watch maybe one a month from a top 20 from a top 20 of all time. Some of the
Of
older
course. Yeah.
movies.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And they're really good. And usually when it's ranked high, I will say it's usually a good movie. Period. Like if you watch something that has a high rating, for the most part, it is actually good. I never really come across one that's in the hot top 10 of all time and watching like, man, that actually sucked.
Yeah. No, I would agree. Generally.
Yeah, I noticed that when it gets really good ratings, like period, through a lot of different, I guess, critiques or critics, or not critiques, but critics, it's usually good. So I try to.
And I will say that I usually agree more with the audience rating than the critics rating. The critics rate a lot of movies in their opinion as good, but they weren't. Like Mr. Glass had decent ratings from people. I think like 80% tomatoes. Like,
oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
But it got like 40% tomatoes for the critics. It just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, we live in a TLDR, as Rallo Tomasi would say. Too long, didn't read. Like with something that's just twisted. This is why people had a lot of problem with Tenet. Like and maybe even Interstellar, but Interstellar got a good ratings. But Tenet is not a movie you could watch one time. It took 2 times to really get like, ooh, yes. Once you watch it that second time, it's like, yes. And most people, probably after watching it 4 or 5 times, it would take them to actually to get it because it's too cognitively exhausting for the average.
It's pretty fast paced.
And it's fast paced.
It is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
I remember.
I gotta watch it with subtitles because the first time I watched it, was that person's freaking accent was hard for me to really actually.
The dialect
understand.
of the Indian female.
Yeah. It like stuff like that. That's why I had to rewatch it again and have the subtitles on. I was like, golly, I couldn't. I know you were saying she was saying important stuff, but it was really good, man. It was definitely a mind. And for those that have not seen it, definitely check it out. It's a really good movie. It's a different way of doing things. Even the acting was, what did they say? The acting was all real time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like CGI. It was all live action.
Yeah, live. Yeah.
That's impressive too. That means you gotta make the shots count.
Yes, you do.
Like the explosions and everything. Like, no, we're all doing this live action. We don't replicate. This is live. I was like, wow, that's impressive. I guess you can show it when you're watching it that it looks, looks very real because it is.
Yeah, I mean, sick movie. Really sick movie.